part of our Python journey, we'll dive into a very friendly and fun data type known as string. Strings are one of the easiest things to understand in Python, and we'll also be surprised at how much you can do with strings. So exactly what is a string? At its core, a string is simply a sequence of characters. These characters can be letters, numbers, punctuation, or even emojis. Now, for example, if we give double quotes, Python 123 exclamation mark, double quotes, this string contains letters, numbers, and a punctuation mark. All are valid. But here's the twist. Computers don't actually store characters directly. They store numbers using binary, that is, using zeros and ones. So when you write A on your screen, Python turns it into a number behind the scenes using something called as encoding. Now, let's understand. What is encoding? That is turning a character into its numeric form. And what is decoding? That is turning a number back into a character. Now, you may have heard of ASCII or Unicode. These are just encoding systems. Python uses Unicode, which means you can work with characters from almost any language or symbol set, including, for example, like Hindi, Japanese, or emojis. Now, there are three ways to create a string in Python. Let's see the first way, that is using single quotes. So, we can give print single quotes Python. Next way is using double quotes. So let's give print double quotes Python. We can also give strings using triple quotes like print triple quotes Python or print. You can use either single or double quotes for simple strings just to make sure you start and end with the same type of quote. Now here is an example. Let's say we give greeting is equal to hello, comma, world, exclamation, double quotes. Now let's print greeting. See, so how is our output? We gave the starting and ending quotes as double quotes and it has printed exactly. Now let's see an example of triple quotes for multi-line strings and doc strings. Now let's talk about triple quotes. Triple quotes, single triple quotes are used when you want to create a multi-line string. So you're writing, or when you are writing a doc string, a special string used to describe a function, class, or a module. Now let's see an example of triple quotes. Message is equal to triple quotes. This is a string that spans multiple lines without needing the new line character. Now let's print this message. See, this prints exactly what you see, line by line. Now this is an example of a triple quote string. Now let's look at an example of doc string or documentation string. Doc strings are like built-in help notes for your functions. Now let's take a look at an example, like we define a function create. Now let's give triple quotes and say this function prints a greeting message. And now let's print hello. Now, if someone calls help and greet, this doc string will show up. That is, this function prints a greeting message. That is why triple quotes are commonly used at the start of a function to explain what it does. Now, what are some of the common mistakes and how to fix them? Let's say we write print I am learning Python. Oops! Python sees the single quotes in IM as the end of the string and gets confused and gives us a syntax error. Now we can fix it using double quotes like print double quotes I am learning Python, and then again we give double quotes. Or we can also use the escape character before the inner quote. Now let's look at that. We can also use the escape character before the inner quote, like print I am learning Python. So we have used the escape character before the single quote, before M. If your string contains both single and double quotes, escape one of them. You can also use the type function to confirm that we are working with a string. So we can also use the type function and give hello to know the type. So when you are using single, double or triple quotes, Python treats them all as strings. Now let's look at a quick recap. Use single or double quotes for short strings. Use triple quotes for multi-line strings or documentation strings, doc strings. Strings are stored as Unicode characters. Escape characters help when we are mixing various types of quotes. Always use consistent quotes to avoid errors.